Hello out there, wonderful tribe. Hope you're doing really well out there in Planet Crazy. And I'm back today with another New Age review video. It's been a few weeks, so I thought I'd better do one. And we're going to review this lady, Laura Faye Pleiadian Oracle. I mean, is there anything more that she could add to her name that would make her more New Agey? Anyone with Pleiadian in the title is a huge red flag. And yeah, I mean, we're going to get into this. This woman is she's bigger on Instagram. She's one of the friends of Magenta Pixie. Magenta Pixie recommends her. So that tells you everything that you need to know about Laura Faye Pleiadian Oracle. But interestingly enough, I literally checked out her channel 2 or 3 weeks ago, and she had like about 2,000 subscribers, and she's already up to 9,000. So the YouTube algorithm clearly likes what she's saying. It took me about 5 years to get from 2,000 subscribers up to 9,000. So yeah, another interesting point. She's there with her crown, looking very love and lighty, new agey. And this video is called Pleiadian Message, the Purpose of Ascension, Message for Divine Masculines. Okay, so message for me maybe, and the men watching this. By the way, guys, Pleiadians are entities, negative entities. They are an entity race. They are masquerading, they're cloaking themselves, they shapeshift as Pleiadians. They're not benevolent, just like all the other quote-unquote alien races, the Arcturians, the Andromedans. As always, these are all entities and are better off left well alone. But there's a whole agenda out there about connecting with Pleiadians, and some people are Pleiadian starseeds and all this nonsense. It's absolute horseshit. It's leading people astray, and they're opening themselves up to these very entities when they connect with that. But before I get into the actual review, guys, if you're new around here, like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz helps me out a ton. Let's get into it and see what pearls of wisdom this lady has to share with us.
Hi everyone, I'm Laura. Welcome back to the channel.
So cute, all the little bells.
We do not consent to any reptilian or
Whoa, look at the eyes, man. What is going on there? Straight off the bat. And I haven't even looked at this video, guys. This is like, I literally just chose the most new agey one that I could find. She looks like she's drugged up. Now, this could be the false white light frequencies that I talk about that she's working with. This kind of like, yeah, like ecstasy type energy, which is the energy that a lot of new agers are working with. But that is not good. Who knows? It might even be another kind of substance. You just don't know what these people get up to. But yeah, that's pretty scary. So,
archon entities, we do not consent to. So this is going to be a Pleiadian message today. I'm bringing in the Pleiadians.
She sounds really enthusiastic. After her wave, she sounds like she's a bit bored already.
And we're going to talk about and discuss ascension.
Is she on drugs? Is she like, she looks like she's on drugs, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Like, she looks out of it.
And the point of ascension, the purpose of ascension, why we are all activated in the first place, what's going on.
Again, she's in the know, right? She knows everything. And for those of you that are new here, Ascension is a New Age 5D BS psyop. You know, we're not ascending anywhere, right? Not in that sense anyway. Yes, we have the ability to create a better existence by putting in the action, by displaying courage, by speaking things that people don't necessarily want to hear, and doing facing the shadows and everything like that. But we're not just going to sit there in love and light and somehow raise ourselves into another world where everything is rainbow farts, no, unicorn farts and rainbows. It's very much a New Age agenda to get people to just sit back, Don't do anything. Everything's going to be all right on the night. You just take in those light frequencies and think happy vibes, and you're going to end up in a better place, right? It's just complete nonsense. Just in case anyone wasn't aware of that by now.
And why it is such a important thing that we are being activated to move into a different dimension. And
this is one of the worst for looking like it's drugged up.
Why some of us are going to be more in the 3D, some of us are going to be more in the 5D, and some of us are going to go back and forth for a little while.
Back and forth over the Jerry Sargent's Rainbow Bridge. Can you imagine? All these people coming backwards and forwards. So some people are going to be in 3D, some people are going to be 5D, and people are going to be going back and forwards. Sounds legit.
And be kind of like a bridge.
The bridge! She mentioned the bridge. Is it the Rainbow Bridge, though?
Fourth dimensional bridge in between dimensions. Okay, so depending on your mission and depending on what it is that you're doing, that will factor into what dimension you're in, that will factor into your journey. Okay.
I'm running the new macOS Ventura, but what's this? The old clutter, those unsorted apps. Should have cleaned it up.
And I feel like a lot of this is activating us to be...
Activating. They love saying that, don't they? That's a real new age buzzword, being activated. Being activated with light frequencies.
Much more creative, much more passionate, much more awakened, and much more functioning at a high level. The dead end is here. So we're getting the end of the Piscean.
Of course, she's using tarot cards, which are also manipulated.
An age. It's the end collectively of this 2,000-year cycle where we have been living in the age of Pisces, and it's been about the patriarchy, and it's been about the rise of masculinity, but not in a divine way, in a very distorted way, and we are now seeing a very massive switch into the rise of the divine feminine energy, the intuition, and into the rise of the truth, of DNA activations happening here. That's why all these twin flames are being activated.
I find these people so hard to watch. I don't know how people sit through this video after video. I mean, I'm not even, a lot of people watch this stuff because it makes them feel good. I'm not feeling good at all watching this.
The flame, the sustainer, because the twin flames have been activated to sustain this energy because we're rocketing away from the old paradigm, and we need to start to remember our capacity as humans and as galactic humans and galactic starseeds. Okay, so we have the forest, we have the sword. It's about seeing the light in the darkness, and it's about a spiritual journey that has
cliches, buzzwords, twin flame programming, just stay with a toxic partner. It's part of your mission, your joint mission, to raise the frequencies of the planet, raise the vibrations of the planet, yada, yada, yada.
Has been activated in many of us here on this wave. It's a spirit. I just saw 222.
222. What, you saw a matrix program? You saw a matrix algorithm. That's basically what angel numbers are.
Because we had to wake up very radically fast. And the fastest way to wake up from a slumber, wake up from a mind control, wake up from a age of darkness, which is really what this is. It's been a very long time that humans have been living in the darkness and in the shadows. And we needed a bolt of lightning to wake us up. And typically what wakes you up like that is a twin flame activation or some type of a near-death experience or some kind of...
What wakes you up? So what wakes you up has to be traumatic, right? Sounds legit. To wake up, you've got to nearly die. To learn your lesson, it's that whole new age concept of Earth is a school. You're here to learn lessons, and she's saying that if you have a near-death experience, like literally you nearly have your life ended, that's the trigger to wake you up. What a great realm. Seems all love and light to me based on what you're saying there.
Have a very intense ayahuasca journey.
Yeah, of course. Go and take some jungle juice. Open yourself up to a bunch of entities. That will do it for you. That's being awake, isn't it?
Anything of that nature can rattle you, awaken you, start to reconnect you to all the things that you're here to do. Creator and the medallion. What was not accessible is now accessible. And that is the age of light. The creator is about the feeling that you're...
Look, what is going on? What is going on with her? She looks like she's like on horse tranquilizers or something.
Connected to God's source. And I'm also getting a separate message here that some of the...
A message from who? Exactly. Would you trust the message that she's getting come through?
Ones on the twin flame journey, if you're waiting or you're feeling like you're more awakened than your counterpart isn't getting it, you feel like you are here to create, you're here on your divine mission and on your divine purpose, and your counterpart.
Divine mission, divine purpose. Everything's divine, isn't it? You notice that? Everything's divine. Divine school, divine lessons.
Is still in the forest, still in the dead end.
I can't believe it's 2023 and people are still listening to people like this. And not only listening, but hanging off every word that they say, you know. There's probably people that watch this waiting for what card she pulls next, waiting for her to be told what's going on, or it's really, I mean, it's lame. It really is lame. And I'm just going to be blunt because I think it needs to be called a spade needs to be called a spade. It's people that are listening to people like this and just running with it are just so off path. And I'm not saying that I have all the answers and I know everything, but come on, guys. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Energy, and that's because it feels like they... I'm going to pull on that because it does actually feel like there is a large...
Who's she looking at?
Hearing a lot of this pain, a lot of this...
It's quite sad, actually quite sad. She doesn't look right. I don't know what's going on. She looks like someone's drugged her. And I don't know, she looks like she's controlled in some way even. Maybe that's a bit too much of a stretch, but what do you guys think? Let me know.
Angst and feeling like the twin flame activation worked on some of you and it didn't work on my counterpart. That's what I'm getting. It's like, why did I wake up and why does it seem like they went back to sleep? Why does it seem like they're still in the matrix? Why does it seem like they're not as on mission as I am? And, or what is their mission about? Because I feel like, okay, let's just see. We are meant to start to know how it feels to identify someone who is awakened, who may not yet know themselves their own power. And it's like you are here and meant to shine your light brighter so that they know more of what they're...
Look, like she's looking over there all the time. I mean, I look out the window and stuff, but she looks, I don't know, like she's reading something or someone's telling her what to say, or I don't know, she's got cue cards or something. It's very strange. Very, very strange vibes.
Potentially possible, potentially capable of doing.
No wonder Magenta recommends this girl.
Getting, okay, the drum where they're being guided to go. It's not time yet is what I'm getting, the vision quest. Okay, and the corn, the harvest, energy, the owl.
She was just...
They say money can't buy
Sorry,
happiness.
there's another ad there.
You made a great video, but what if no one watches it?
Should really get
the
YouTube
beloved.
Premium.
That's the energy of your counter.
But, you know, the thing is, she's talking about energy. I don't know what you guys think, but she looks like she hasn't got any. She looks absolutely drained. I mean, she doesn't really look vibrant, does she? She doesn't look like she's full of life. Yet she's sitting there lecturing everyone else about energy.
Part or a feeling of a divine union that's awaiting you.
Yeah, she looks like she's reading something. She's like feeling of a divine union.
That you're very aware of, because a lot of you here are meant to be in a masculine, feminine, connected divine union in the new earth. And
of course, in the new earth, not on this earth. You got to go over to the. You got to go over the. See what you need to do. I'll tell you. I'll tell you what you need to do for her. Right. What you need to do, right, is you need to go over the rainbow bridge, walk over the rainbow bridge, and then when you're over the rainbow bridge, you're then in 5D, right? So when you're in 5D, then that's where you meet your other half, your divine partner for the divine path to spread divine information. Divine. That's what you need to do, guys. It's over that bridge into 5D.
so, because you cannot ascend fundamentally unless you have a counterpart with you that is giving you these activations.
Right, so you cannot ascend. So you cannot go to 5D unless you find a twin flame who's going to give you activations. Shoot me now. Like, what even is that? What even is that? Like, how do people believe this shit?
That is in the physical, helping you to ascend and awaken. Because it's not about just finding the inner masculine and feminine balance within yourself.
Masculine, divine, masculine, divine.
The idea is once you find that balance in yourself, you will attract a counterpart to you, because we have to restore the templates of the kings
Restore the templates, guys. You got to restore the templates.
and queens of Atlantis to rise with our beloved. And I really feel like
9,000 subscribers this woman's got. 9,000 people that listen to this and actually believe it. That is astonishing to me. Absolutely astonishing.
until someone has the vision of this coming into fruition, the beloved reunion energy of reuniting together with your counterpart, someone has to see it and feel it and know that that's what's coming before they can leave what they're stuck in. And the vision of what it is that they can actually
just keeps people in hopium all the time, you know. Hopium to find a divine partnership, hopium to ascend, hopium to it's a drug. It's a drug for people. And that's why it's so popular. Because even though it's complete horseshit, it makes people feel good. It's false hope, but it's still hope. It's still hope. And of course, as I've said in many videos, it attracts very traumatized people. And it's sad, really. But it needs to be called out, this nonsense that people call spirituality. This is what people are going around and calling spirituality. This is why I don't like the word spirituality. Because there's nothing spiritual about what she's saying. It's just horseshit. So we have to define what it means to be quote unquote spiritual. I much prefer the word sovereign to embody sovereign energy. But this is just fantasy. This is what this is. It's fantasy.
actually see with their counterpart has to be a stronger, more possible feeling than what it is that they feel that they're building within this 3D forest. And right now it seems like what they're seeing is some type of a fantasy that has to come to
The irony, the irony. They're seeing some kind of fantasy when this is actually fantasy, what she's saying.
fruition first within the old earth paradigm.
Guys, we're in the old earth. How do you feel about that? we haven't crossed the road. We haven't crossed the rainbow bridge yet. We're just like decrepit old earthers. We're just like the trash, right? We're just going to be stuck here on the old earth because we haven't met our divine partners. We're screwed, guys. We're screwed. We're never going to get out of here. Unless we meet our divine partner. Where's my divine partner? Otherwise, I'm stuck here forever.
Okay. And I feel like at that point, after something has been built that's sustainable in the forest, then it...
What? Sustainable in the forest? What's she talking about? I thought we were in 5D.
It feels like then they can come towards a counterpart or come towards some type of a union with someone. Because I actually get, I'm going to pull more cards on this because this message is messy.
This reminds me of Elizabeth April and the review that I did of her, which is completely hidden by YouTube. You can't find it anywhere unless you scroll down my videos a couple of years ago now. She spoke for about 25 minutes, and it was just absolute nonsense, full of buzzwords, and I couldn't tell you what she meant or what her message actually was by the end of it. Same with this one. I have no idea what she is trying to portray to people.
Someone kind of feels like they keep building and building, but it's a house of cards. And the house of cards is going to keep blowing over. It's not going to be sustainable. Because the only thing that actually is going to be sustainable is something that you build from a level of profound activation.
She's just seeing what buzzwords she can grab. So she was literally just looking for a buzzword then, wasn't she? She was like, oh, I need a buzzword. Divine activation. Yeah, that's it, divine activation. We'll use that one. We'll go with that one.
Awakened consciousness.
Awakened consciousness. Divine.
From this journey. So once you've had a twin flame activation, and some people say, that they've had false twin flames, that they meet multiple twin flames. And to me, if you have this feeling that you have met multiple twin flames, and you're still not on some type of journey and mission that's shamanic,
it's got to be a shamanic journey. It can't... hang on a minute, I thought it was a divine journey. Of course it has to be shamanic. It's another word that annoys me. Everyone's a shaman, aren't they? You can go and do a week's course in Birmingham, UK, and become a shaman. And a lot of shamans are working with entities as well.
Building in a frequency that is much, much higher than what we're used to in the 3D. It's like the universe keeps sending you these people that you think are twin flames because there's something that they want you to see and get that's much bigger.
Again, God, the universe, whatever, is punishing you because you haven't learned your lesson yet. Because did you know that Earth is a school? And if you don't learn your lesson, it's going to smack you even harder and give you a near-death experience. It's going to make you nearly die. So you wake up. So you wake up and then you can go to the new Earth.
Than where you currently are. And that's why you attract twin flames. One twin flame, multiple twin flames. It's because...
Nothing to do with your choices. Nothing to do with your discernment. Nothing to do with ignoring red flags. No, nothing to do with that. It's all this nonsense.
There's something screaming at you.
Are you wondering how much it will cost you to start up a company in Dubai or anywhere in the UAE? Check out our cost.
To know that you're meant to be in a divine union, in a committed type of union.
Look, she's reading again. I really want to know. She was like, union. Seriously, what is going on?
In order to ascend higher, in order to build a new earth.
Ascend
because
higher.
What I feel like people are not getting is the big picture here.
Right.
Let's get a starseed card.
A starseed card, that's what we need. That's what we need. We need a starseed card to see the bigger picture because we're not building high enough. We're not ascending high enough. Need to ascend.
Of the shift into the golden age of light and how different
Man, where did the New Age sick bucket go? I need to bring that out again. Or I need to bring my sound effects out again.
that's going to be for everyone. And the only ones that are really going to be able to make it are the ones that have done this level of work on themselves.
What? Sitting under an oak tree singing Kumbaya? They're the only ones that are going to be able to move on, are they?
Because if you are still in the metaverse and watching everything crumbling around you and your life view is very grim and doom and gloom.
Oh yeah, we can't look at any negatives, can we? Of course. Don't look at any dark stuff because you'll just draw more of it in, won't you? Yeah. If you focus on the bad, you're going to get more and more bad. Huge deception because they don't want you looking at the dark stuff so they can get away. They've got carte blanche there. So they tell people, well, look, if you look at the dark, you're going to draw more of it in. And I hear it all the time. I still hear that a lot. Don't focus on the negative. No, if you ignore the negative, more of it continues, right? And I always use the analogy. If you break your leg, you don't just ignore it. You go to hospital, you get it treated, you get it, put in a plaster. Otherwise, you get gangrene and it falls off, and other parts of your body gets infected, and you might even die, right? You don't just ignore it. But these people want to tell you to not look at anything bad. In actual fact, a lot of the gold is within the negative. A lot of the truth is within the negative.
That means you're probably still in third dimension consciousness.
So she's saying that if you look at negative stuff, you're in third dimension consciousness. So I must be there. I must be well there.
Okay, and I also saw something today about someone who was talking about how they don't like that we demonize the 3D, and the 3D is great because you could eat nachos in the 3D.
I like nachos. Leave nachos alone.
And I just want to say, I feel like you can eat nachos, you can eat whatever you want in the fifth dimension. Fifth dimension is just a much more...
So guys, just so you know, when you get to the fifth dimension, you can eat anything you like. Just in case you were a little bit worried or confused, because you've all probably got your vices. If you have a chocolate bar, it will be okay, according to Laura Pleiadian, in the fifth dimension. Just to clear that up.
It's a much more flow state type of energy where anything is possible, where you've already mastered the lessons of the 3D. And
I was going to cut this video short, but she's given me so much ammo. It would be rude not to carry on, so I'm going to do that.
Now you get to play, and now you get to create, and now you get to build. But we are fundamentally not dealing with separation consciousness. We're not dealing with karma. We're not dealing...
Oh yeah, karma. Don't get me started on karma. Everything's your fault. Everything's our fault. There is no negative influences here on the world that are causing things. It's all about you, what you did, maybe not even in this lifetime, what you did 10 lifetimes ago. This is your karma now, Just more ways to guilt trip, make people feel bad, get them to blame themselves. I mean, don't get me wrong, a lot of people have got themselves to blame for things, but you're going to tell me that a child with terminal cancer is experiencing that because somehow it got bad karma like 10 lifetimes ago. I mean, don't get me started.
With trauma wounding. And so to let that all go and to actually feel like it's not who you are anymore, to let go of that identity fully, is part of ascension as well. But that doesn't mean that everything is bland and boring in 5D because there's no...
No, because it's all rainbows and unicorns. Of course it's not bland or boring. That's why people love the idea of it. They love the idea of the new earth.
Challenge. It means it's a challenge. It's just a total new operating system, new way of living that's actually accessible to us for the first time on Earth. in these physical bodies, because this is the time of radical ascension. Right now.
Radical ascension, not just ascension, radical ascension.
Now, we are going through it right now, and everyone around us on other times.
Quick, let me read what I'm supposed to say.
I don't call them planets, I don't call them star systems, because to me it's us and our future, it's us from our past, it's different versions of ourselves, but they are all watching what's happening on Earth right now.
Does anyone know what her message actually is? I really don't know what the message is here. Like Elizabeth April, completely confused. If I'm watching this, even as a New Ager, I don't know what she's trying to tell me.
Right now, because we are the main event. The void, okay? The 7 star sisters, Pleiadians, this is the energy of 5th, 6th, 7th dimension, where it's dancing and birthing new creations and expressing yourself fully and having a full range of expression and having multi-dimensional abilities and capabilities to bounce between realms and to bounce between lifetimes and timelines. And it's a limitless type of feeling that feels like right now in the void and the dead end, there's not. I'm
losing my patience with her now. It's running thin, I must say.
Not a sense of being able to get what this even feels like and means. And that's why the ones of us that are activated to be...
Oh, like you mean?
Speaking on it, and that's why I'm making this video right now.
Oh yeah, of course, you're activated, of course. Just like all the others, just like Magenta, just like Feel Good, you know, the voices of authority that tell us what we need to do.
Need to speak on it and need to give us a vision, the vision quest. We need to show what it is that we are attempting to bring forth into this earth, this energy. Okay. Jump in. Andromedan energy. Say yes.
Yeah, more false white light, fake entity, alien energy, Andromedan, Pleiadian, Arcturian. If you connect with that, you're connecting with entities.
To change and adventure. So there is a sense of jumping into the void and knowing it's going to be even better than you could ever imagine. And this really matches to me the creator energy. So I'm going to read out of the book what it says about the creator, because I feel like someone is just not seeing what's going to be on the other side of taking this leap of faith. Okay. And then we'll get a practical advice for the leap of faith that's being asked to be taken.
What's she got there? Cue cards?
The Andromedans are fearless. The Andromedans have the longest...
Yeah, fearless in taking your energy.
...running history with the reptilians. And so the Andromedans tend to be the ones that embrace change. Yeah. The ones that are...
They're here to save you guys. They love you.
Constantly traveling, enjoy adventuring, but they also can encounter a lot of challenges and a lot of altercations.
Is it divine? Is it a divine challenge?
With others. Okay, and that's just because it's in your DNA that you have had a lot of battles in the astral, more so than the other.
Yeah, because the universe is all good, love is all good, God is all good.
Other star seeds. Okay, let's see where the creator is.
Guys, I think I'm going to leave it here. I can't go any further with this one. It's just too much. I think you get the general gist of it. It's the same BS repackaged. Ascension programs, twin flame programs, like Earth is a school, divine missions, buzzwords, connect with entities, Pleiadians are good, Arcturians are good, you know, all this nonsense, savior programs, hopium, just absolute horseshit. And what else is there to say about this? So I'm going to wrap it up. Guys, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe if you're new around here. And yeah, I will see you on the next one. Much love to everyone out there. Take care.